Hello everyone, this is Sam, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the latest balance patch, the one from the 23rd of April, and how it has impacted the Druid specialization of the Ranger class.
Weekend millionaires, just trying to be cool. Yeah, one day we'll be there, till Monday comes again. We're weekend millionaires.
Now, while I always welcome changes into the game, I am not quite sure I agree with the direction that Ironet is going when it comes to Druid changes. Indeed, as of lately, and actually as of a few patches before, they have been making changes to Druid that lower both the skill floor and the skill ceiling of a class that was once relatively hard to play properly. We used to have class-specific buffs such as Grace of the Land and Spirit, and now we only have the spirits left, really. Spotter is something that requires 0 skill to maintain, so we're not exactly gonna focus on that. The fact that we do not have Grace of the Land anymore means that Druid has lost any form of specificity it once had. Of course, this goes towards the idea from Ironet that classes should be able to bring the same things to the table. For instance, they gave alacrity to other classes in the form of a boon, while they also removed the Grace of the Land from Druid, so we have no reason to really cry specifically in Druid, but still, I am not quite sure that this decision to make everything streamlined is going to actually be beneficial to the game, because you would want still to have class specificity and have a reason to really learn and get good on a specific class. But that is enough for the rant on this video, and we're going to focus on what has actually changed, talking about it very swiftly, and then we'll see what your impressions are in the comment section. So, in my opinion, making pets less strong on Druid actually makes sense. Like, you want that class, well, that specialization to be support, right? So the pets being as strong as they were actually didn't exactly make sense in the grand scheme of things. So I'm fine with that. A 20% nerf yet hurts. Still, that is not something that I would focus on greatly. When it comes to the glyph reward, that's where I think that the class floor and the class ceiling are being lowered again. The glyph of empowerment was something that you actually needed to put a little bit of thought into because you wanted to time it with the burst of your team, and now you have no reason to play it ever again because it's simply not in the game anymore, right? It got removed and the glyph of unity has replaced it. That is something I'm never gonna play. Like, you best bet I'm gonna take a spirit instead of it because there is no reason I would slot a glyph when that glyph does not bring me anything useful for a specific encounter. So I'm still gonna play Tides at VG, Escort, Desmina, and that's it. That's where it ends. I have no reason to take another glyph, except maybe an Immobilize if it's needed at some point, but it's not actually gonna be needed, so I have no reason to take alignment. See, that's what I mean. No reason to play anything else than 3 to 4 spirits on my bar. Now, of course, Glyph of Empowerment isn't the only thing that changed. We have some other things that got changed when it comes to glyphs. So, the Glyph of Alignment, as I said, now give different condition. Instead of having Cripple and Poison, it's now Immobilize and Bleed. Bleed have higher damage per tick than Poison, so I don't take it badly. That's not too bad, right? The other glyphs weren't touched. Glyph of Unity that replaced Empowerment has a longer duration, it's now 8 seconds. I still believe that this is not going to see much playing because tethering yourself to the enemies to deal damage to them when they damage you, I mean, your goal is not to get hit, so that's not going to help. And then you wouldn't use that in Avatar anyways, because you already have more than enough healing in any regular group comp. Like, Guild Wars 2 is not about overhealing damage so much, except at VG. And then we finally have the new glyph, which in my opinion is actually very interesting. Glyph of the Stars. What I think is wrong with the glyph, I'm going to start with what I think is wrong and then we're going to go to what I think is right. What I think is wrong is that glyph is not working with the trait. Like, unless I am mistaken, it does not give the verdant etching. There you go. No verdant edging. So, I mean, the cooldown reduction is in place, but trait synergy, ignore it. That's it. Second thing that I think is wrong about it, I have heard that it is unaffected by quickness, and we can actually test that rather quickly because I can just give myself quickness, add boon, utility, quickness. Now we're gonna give ourselves alacrity as well. Let's see, it is a 7-second channel, and if I cast it again, say I put a spirit so we could see the heal working there. See, it is still the full 7-second cast time. We don't get faster pulses, we don't get faster cast time either. Of course, that might be a decision from Arnanet to have made it that way, because the glyph in itself allows for conditions to be ignored, so you would want to have the full duration of the effect, and having quickness and faster pulses might mean that the effect of the glyph would be reduced time-wise. Still, I think that this is yet another oversight, and I would like to hear the official stance on it, instead of just having to make conjectures by myself. Now when it comes to what this glyph does, it is pretty damn amazing. Heal allies, cleanse conditions, prevent conditions from being inflicted. That's very strong. It is 10 targets. Like, that is something that the other glyphs don't do. The other glyphs, 5 man. This is 10 man. This is great. And it actually has 1.2k range. We can put our Wondrous Spirit in a corner over there. As you can see, 1.2k range. I can channel and heal from a range my spirit. It's pretty great. And yet another thing that's pretty cool about it is that it's a water field. Water fields are always nice to have, in my opinion. Now, what does it do in CA? Slightly different. It actually revives your target. So I don't have a victim to show this with me because it's 7 AM and nobody in their right minds would be playing the game at 7 AM. Except me, because that's the only time I have to make videos. But still, 18 ticks, 4% per tick. And it also gives protection, regen, and vigor. It's pretty damn amazing, not gonna lie. And on top of that, the healing is improved. So if you actually use it in Celestial Avatar, well, the effect is also amazing looking. But see, the heal is way stronger, and it also gives the boons for quite a good duration. So there we go. This is the new glyph. And now if I just wanted to do one last little bit of Druid Overlook, we had changes in some of our trait lines, so it's mostly in Wilderness Survival. Poison Master now has been changed to give the poison effect on a beast ability instead of on pet swap. So that actually makes it better when playing Soul Beast. I think that this is a welcome change, probably a little bit of a boost to Condi Soul Beast. Nothing too crazy there. And the other change that we got was to Pack Alpha, which now properly affects condition damage. So it's very good, in my opinion. And it's probably gonna have a little bit of a positive impact on Condi Soul Beast as well. Nothing too crazy, but at least Arnet's looking at stuff, they're making a few additions, they're making a few changes. It's welcome, even though I'm still wondering what direction they're trying to steer Druid towards. Because overall, what's being done to Druid is not something that I am particularly happy with. Dumbing down a class is never the proper direction to take when the class is already pretty easy to be picked up. We always say in training discords and everything when it comes to PvE that Druid is one of the easy classes to get into. And this is why I don't think that making it even easier is the proper way to act. Now, of course, this is just my own opinion. I am entitled to it. You're entitled to have a different one. And I would be more than happy to have you guys comment about it in the comment section. Of course, this is up to you. But still, would be nice. Speaking about all the things that are nice, we have a wonderful Discord with amazing conversation and pretty cool people. The link is in the description. Want to know a little bit more about my life? You can follow it in all its entirety and its greatness on Twitter. There is also a link in the description. And if you want to take everything a little bit further, you can slide into my... you can actually just message me on Discord if you have any other questions, if you want the channel to change anything, go into a bit of a different direction. We actually have stuff that we're working onto. I mean, I say we, but it's mostly me. Stuff that we're working onto in the shadows. New video series coming out really soon when I actually have time to record something at home after work. So probably late this week. But yeah, I hope that every single one of you is gonna have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys later.